Hello, good morning. So, welcome back to this webinar series, which I'm conducting every Sunday, 10:30 a.m. And this webinar series is all about product life cycle. So, this is the 7th session of that series. So far, we have discussed about multiple phases of the product life cycle. So, we'll have a recap. And quickly, let me share my screen and then we'll start. Okay. So, as you know, this series is based upon my book, Pivot with Purpose. It is all about the product life cycle. Myself, having 21 years of experience in multiple dimension as an entrepreneurship, in the product dimension, enterprise agile coach. And now I'm here to share that insight with you. These are the practical guidelines which will be helpful in the entire product life cycle. So, during today's session, we will recap of the previous sessions. We'll see what are the strategies for growth and expansions, what are the pitfall, what are the market penetration strategies, product line extension. So today we will see, since if you will see in the product life cycle, we have covered the sections till here so far. And now we are here, somewhere in between introduction and growth. So think we are jumping from introduction to growth aspect, and while we are jumping into the growth, we should be having this sufficient knowledge what are the strategic transition and things required in the growth stage. If you want to learn about the previous phase like ideation and introduction, please go through this playlist or the series of this webinar which is available in YouTube and look into the past session. Also, if you want to get the notification of the upcoming session, please subscribe to my channel, and almost every Sunday I'm available here and conducting a live session. Yeah. So now let's jump into the introduction and growth. And in this session, we will discuss what kind of strategy alignment, understanding is required at the growth stage, right? So why growth is matter? Why this growth and expansion is matter? See, it's a thrilling. We have done the product. We have introduced our product. Now we are jumping into the growth. Let's celebrate this. But we have to understand the systems. It is not something that by chance we have reached there. We have put a lot of effort here in ideation and introduction phase. But the journey, the hard work is not yet over. All right. So whatever we have done, it's a beginning. It's just a planning. But this is a time where we need to get the fruit of the hard work. But it does not mean that now work is over. We have introduced the product. We have a very good USP of the product. We have understood our customer. Now product is there and product will work itself. No. So that's why growth of a product is not a chance event. It is a result of forces working together with purpose and direction. You are here, it means direction, right? That's why you are moving into the growth aspect. Now, when you'll think that you are growing, you are in the growth stage of the product life cycle. The demand is increasing, you are getting a lot of demand of the product. Customer is there, there is an organic customer is also there. You have ample market, people recognize the demand is coming, the pipeline is full. Full or it's increasing or growing. Rising competition, okay, if you are at a growth stage, time is too fast, competitors will pick you up, right? So if you see the competition is rising in your segment, then there is another indicator that you are at the growth stage. Improve profitability. Since you have increased the improved the economy of scale, because previously you were doing a lot of things in the market research and you were delivering for a very small set of customers. So now it is a time that your profitability is also increasing. You are scaling the operations and the profitability is increasing because you have invested something initially. Heavy marketing investment. So this is the stage where you have to invest heavily in market to get the new market, new customer altogether. So heavily market investment will be there in this segment, in this stage basically. What can be the right strategies for here if you are in a growth stage or you are moving towards the growth stage? You should understand all these things even before moving into the growth stage so that you can extract more from that stage. Market expansion. See, you have taken worked upon one segment, one market segment for the introduction phase. Now think about how you are going to expand in market. What are the elements you will be picking? What are the upcoming market? New geography, new segmentation in the current geography, new area, new city, new customer, right? So market expansion, you have to think about that. Don't worry, for each of these things we will cover in the subsequent lesson. So today's we will discuss about what kind of strategic orientations should be, and all of these things, how to get those, we will discuss. Product enhancement. We have developed a product, competition is picking up, we have taken the early mover advantage, but we need to enhance our product. We have taken the feedback into the consideration. So what enhancement is required? What new feature will be required? Think about that during the growth stage. You cannot be satisfied that whatever we have and people are buying this and it will continue. No, market is too dynamic. Effective marketing strategy. As I mentioned in the previous slide, the market budget will increase in the growth stage. How to reach the customer? Marketing research will also require. So effective marketing strategies, branding strategies should be required in the growth phase. Strong distribution. You have a very good product, but you are not having a right distribution, right channel to reach the customer to deliver your product. What will be? You have manufactured a fine class car, a very good state of art car, which is even the less price compared to competitors as well and providing the better functionality. But without having the distribution channel, do you think people will buy that? You have to tie up with existing players. You may need to open your retail store, supply chain. A strong distribution system will be the key. Similar to that, you are expanding, you are at a growth stage, you need to increase the effort for the customer support. Think about your customer. If they are having facing any problem, then how they'll approach to you, they'll reach to you. Because in the introduction phase, it was easy. The customer base was not as huge as in the growth phase. Whenever we are buying any electronics item, most of the time we used to focus on, okay, support is available for this after sale if there is any challenge. We are talking about guarantee and warranty as well. So we need to set up a strong customer support system. I know some of the brand are average, but they are doing good just because of they have very good customer support. And the customer is having confidence, if something I'll be facing, some problem I'll be facing, that I know this organization will provide me better support. Another important aspect, strategic aspect, is pricing strategy. Optimize the price. As in the last slide, I mentioned that the increase profitability, but price should be optimized. Now we are playing on the economy of scale. Competitors are also there, so optimize our price. This is a something very interesting topic about the price optimization or pricing strategy. We'll have a complete session on this pricing strategy where we will be seeing that how this pricing strategy is working, and what pricing strategy should be there, what kind of pricing should be the at the growth stage. Even growth stage there, and there is an initial and the later phase of the growth stage as well. But think my pricing is optimized. Scaling operations, so whatever operations I'm using, I'm utilizing, I should scale. If I have a technology or a IT product or the application or the web portal, I may need to move to the cloud. I may need to make sure that the portal is available 24 by 7 to all the customers. I should be anticipating when I'll be having more load and when I'll be having the less load. So effective scaling operations, not only the cloud, because it there are a lot of work related to it. Like, because if you'll see, we talked about the market expansion, right? This one, market expansion. If we are expanding the market, we need to increase our marketing operations, product enhancement, effective marketing, everything. If you'll see, we need to scale our operation in the growth phase. And importantly, competitive analysis. So far you have introduced, you may not be having that kind of competition at the start, but in the growth phase people will catch you up. So make sure you are having a good competitive analysis as well. So far we discussed about the user analysis, market analysis, understanding, focus on the customer. Basically, if you remember, last to last session was about that only. Now think about the customer, how the competitors are doing, what research they are doing, what is their marketing strategy, what segment they are considering, all of these things, what is their distribution channel. So now it's not about you only, it's about the entire ecosystem. You need to understand the what your competitors are doing, right? So these are typical core strategies for growth, and that's why I mentioned market, product enhancement, your supply chain, your distribution, supporting to the customer, scaling, and competition. Keep an eye on all of these aspects, and this is the continuous stuff. If you think I have launched the product, I have done all the market research, everything, now I do not need the market research, I understand the customer now, so that is not required right now. No, don't think like that. It is required, it is very much required. So do not forget all the things which we discussed during the introduction phase. You remember we discussed 5-day design thinking, or 5-day design sprint basically. Whenever you are planning to launch any new feature in the product, utilize that. That's why in the starting of the webinar series, I mentioned, and even you can find that in the book as well, some things in the product life cycles are repeated. But if you'll see, it's not something, is most of the things are repeated. right? So growth stage is very crucial stage. Definitely it's a time to celebrate that we have reached to the growth stage, but cautiously strategic orientation will more important here, because there will be a lot of things on stake. In the introduction phase, your production was limited. Now you have scaled up your production, you have scaled up your operation. So thoughtfully, you need to create and prepare your strategy. If at this stage you are feeling the loss will be high, so do not wait for that. Be proactive. It's a time to celebrate, but it's not time to relax. Right. So these are the core strategies for growth phase. Now let's move to the what are the pitfalls. Some pitfalls: complicancy, overextending, ignoring customer feedback, market saturation. Things are too complicated. Competition is also there. It is not about you and your customer. It is all about entire ecosystem you have to think. Overextending. I do not have the capacity to extend into three multiple geographies, but I am overextending. Think about what budget I have. Not only budget, the resources overall we need to think. Scale cautiously. And there is a common practice: once we are successful, we start ignoring customer feedback. We start saying, okay, we have that much of customers already and that is satisfied, and why this customer is complaining? Do not ignore customer feedback. You have taken the feedback while introducing the product, developing the product, setting up the production line. That's perfectly fine. But customer feedback is always important. And the another pitfall is market saturation. We are not aware, and then we realize that the market is saturated. We have created a product which is applicable to particular geography location, and the product life cycle is 10 years. Just giving him an hypothetical example. So I know if a person will buy this product, he is not going to buy the product for next 10 year, after 10 year, or some certain year of time that product sale will require. And I have saturated the market. I have already covered more than 50% in 1 year. Then what will be? These 50% will return to me after 10 years. Think about those aspects. So a lot of analysis is required. In a particular city, if we are opening a retail store for the luxury car, and that car is cost is too high, and only 10% of the customer are able to afford that car, and the car tenure is almost 10 to 15 years, then think, if you have covered 20-30% of those customers. This is just an example basically, because car, I know there are multiple cities, multiple locations, but you can think about the product as well on the segment. So within your market segmentation, think about the market situation as well. These are the four pitfalls. Most of the time, and a startup start the operation with a bang and they are happy. We have taken the very happy feedback from the customer, but while we are we are scaling, and it is doomed. So complicancy, overextending, do not ignore the customer feedback, and think about market saturation. Right? If you will see, for all these pitfalls, we have already discussed the things in this slide. Like if you'll see the overextending, then you need to think about the market expansion. Look towards new market segmentation. Right now, in the growth stage, we need to penetrate in new market. How to penetrate in the new market, or even how to penetrate in the market? What are the strategies we need to look into this? Expand distribution. First thing, expand distribution. Right pricing tactics. How I'm going to promote my product, and line extension. This is very important. Sorry, this is line extension. Product line extension is a very important aspect. If you'll see the, let's take an example of a product, Colgate. Every product or most of the product of the Colgate are solving the common purpose, cleaning the teeth, right? There are certain variant which are claiming like for sensitive teeth and the other stuff. Forget about those things. I'm just talking about the normal toothpaste. There are 10 to 20 variant of the Colgate. So Colgate is creating the market strategy is their one product is competing to other product. Interestingly, right? So product line extension create a new variant, new product. If I have created the cards for the luxury segment, should I start creating for the affordable segment as well? I have created a solution or solution which will support the organization having 5,000 plus people, a B2B solution. Can I look into the organization which are having only 1,000 or 100 plus people? What new application will be required? What change is required? So that is called line extension. For the similar product, a different variant. And again, market segmentation. So try to jump into another market basically. Customer support, I have already explained. So whenever you need to enter into the new market, make sure you have a very good customer support. If you will see, whenever a new product is launching in India, or let's take an automobile product only, when Ford plan to launch in India, they tie up with Tata Motors for their support system. Similarly, Huawei and some other companies who are selling the electronic appliances, when they start looking towards India as a market, as a segment, they set up their support system with their partners first. Create some loyalty programs. You have some customers. Let customer do your branding. So set up some loyalty program. And eventually, the competitive analysis, market research, and continuous innovation will be a key. So that's why I have kept it these things in the bottom because in any way these are applicable, irrespective of what phase you are. Either you are doing market penetration or extending the product extension, you are doing product line extension, new market segmentation. So these will be competitive analysis, market research, continuous innovation, customer feedback. These things will always remain important. Now, Evidence based management, EBM. Let's see. We will have a separate session for EVM. This is a very interesting topic because it will help us to identify what are the right KPIs. So for OKR and EVM, we'll be having a separate session. Decisions, whatever decisions we are taking, that should be data driven. That should not be based upon gut feeling. I'm sure there will be a market. Let's expand that. No, do the market research, do analysis, create data point. You are working as an entrepreneur if you are working on a product. Seriously, really, yeah. So decision making should be data driven. Gut feeling will not work here. Gut feeling works sometime, but not always. And you are working with the ecosystem. You are working with a lot of people. Make an alignment. Take decision based upon the data. Setting up right KPI. What is the right measurement of my progress? Create a system for monitoring and adopting. KPI should be recognizing the product growth. KPI cannot be how many how many features I am adding to my application, because that is not showing about the effectiveness of the product and the value of the product. KPI can be how many new customer I am onboarding, how many new customers are still there even after 1 year of engagement, customer retention, what is net promoter score, right? So effectively, data is the key, and we should be having right KPI to measure, and we should be continuously monitoring and adapting the KPIs and the data provided. Right? Keep these things in mind. And for the product line extension, which we discussed just a slide before, basically, there can be a different variation like I explained in terms of the Colgate complementary product. Sometime we develop a complementary product. Okay, let's think about Atlassian. Jira is a product. I have a very good market for this. People are utilizing Jira. Let's create Confluence as well. Document repository, and which should be linked with Jira. A complementary product which is really supporting the organization. Right? So you can create the either variation of same product, complementary product, whatever is in main product, create some complementary product, some limited edition product to create a brand. Some organizations are creating limited edition product for some cause, for some purpose. Tata Motors Kaziranga edition. It's a limited edition. Create some exclusiveness in terms of in the customer mind. You can develop some accessories and upgrade. In the automobile organization, you must be seeing whenever you are going to for the servicing of your vehicle, there must be one or other product which is related to seat cover, some different kind of lighting, dash cam, right? So there are certain accessories and upgrade as well. So there can be four kind of strategy. Either create a variation of your product, create a complementary product which is complementing to your main product, develop some limited edition product, create some exclusivity in the mind of the customer, or accessories and upgrade to the existing one. Sometime you must be seeing the offer to upgrade your existing product with the new one with only this much amount. Upgrade your Windows 10 with, or Office 365, upgrade your Office version, MS Office version. So these are the upgrades. What are the benefits from this product line extension? Brand equity. If you'll see, if you'll go to any departmental store, you will be seeing a lot of toothpaste with the different name of the same brand, that is Colgate. Cross sell. If someone is not finding this toothpaste good or not, let's try this one. And you will be able to develop multiple revenue stream. I'm earning from my core product, but I have created some complementary product or the accessories as well. Accessory will be the another part I'll be earning. That's why if you'll see in the heading, in the title, I have mentioned product line extension. It's a growth booster. Complement your revenue with another revenue stream. Yep. There are certain strategies we should follow whenever we are doing this product line extension. Whatever product I am introducing, is it aligned with my brand? If the product is not aligning with your brand, think twice. Should I jump into this new segment? So, brand alignment is one part. Jira came with Jira and Confluence are complementary product. If they come up with some different kind of solutions, like we are selling the cloud space, that will be altogether a different strategy, different product, but not will it will not be the line extension of the existing product. So whenever we are talking about the line extension, we are talking about one specific product and we are creating a different line, product line for that product. Make sure the product should be aligned with your brand. Do thorough market research. Do we need of that product? Will it create a product major impact on my existing product? In India, Coca-Cola is having in a cola variant, Coca-Cola and another is Thumbs Up. Initially, Thumbs Up was from the Parle group and Coca-Cola by that. Whenever they are trying to dismantle Thumbs Up as a brand, it is hitting the Coca-Cola revenue. Because whenever they are going away with the Thumbs Up, they are not producing the Thumbs Up. The customer is not coming to their Coca-Cola brand. Initially, the assumption was if the Thumbs Up will not be there, then people will pick up the Coca-Cola. But that's not the reality. Now they tried to kill this brand a couple of times, and now Coca-Cola and Thumbs Up both are available in the market, while both are the cola drink and from the Coca-Cola only. Quality control. You have created one product, you have done entire market research based upon the feedback, one product, and now you are creating the product line extension. Make sure you are having the quality control or similar thing for the extension as well. If you are not focusing on the quality, it may not increase your revenue or the reputation. In fact, it may reduce your reputation as well. Customer education is very important. If the customers are not aware that Jira is a different tool and Confluence is a different tool, how these tools will be integrated? What is the purpose of using Confluence in that case? Standalone, both are good product. Customer education. How can I use these two products in a combination? Sometimes product are in combination, as I mentioned in the last slide, complementary product, and sometimes it's a variation as well. So based upon the product line extension, what kind of extension we are doing, customer education should also be there. It should not happen. I launched a new product of toothpaste of Colgate, and the messaging of that one is competing, and the messaging is that okay, previous Colgate toothpaste which you were using is not good for your teeth, and the new one is good one. You are killing your market for the previous product. Although sometimes organizations play these tactic as well when they want to phase out the old one and bring the new one. But in this case, if we want to sustain both the product and in the end, then we need to think about the messaging part as well. So customer education in the right direction, not in that direction that the previous product is not good. So these are the strategic consideration when we are planning to extend our product line basically. Few key takeaways from this webinar. Growth is a balancing act, aggressive yet strategic. So do not be too happy. Celebrate, but focus on the strategy. What strategy I should be consider while I'll be in growth stage. Stay customer obsessed. Customer feedback, customer is the king. Customer support, think about all those things. Measure KPIs, learn, adapt, and scale. Scale may be product line extension, geography, or the market segment expansion, whatever. Some organizations are not creating new variant of the product, they are expanding into the different market. Or in the same market, they are penetrating deeply. Some e-commerce platform like Amazon, they are increasing their market share in the existing geography location. Also, they are eyeing on the other countries as well. Based upon your business, your product, think wisely that what is the right strategy. The strategy which is right for Amazon may not be right for Tesla as well. Yep. So guys, this is all about the understanding of the growth phase, and in the next session, we'll also look deep dive into the growth phase itself, where we'll do market testing and beyond. Basically, we'll think what kind of things are required. Also, we will discuss about the evidence-based management in detail, that what kind of KPI should be there, where I will suggest some of the KPI based upon product to product, that what should be the measurement criteria. So this is all about the growth phase. If you have not seen the previous webinars, these are available on my YouTube channel. And to know the information about the upcoming channel, please subscribe. Also, you can register for the webinar series. The link is available in the description. And looking forward to meet you again in the next webinar. Thank you. Thanks for participating, and have a wonderful day ahead.